how to differentiate that classes, what is that, constructors? How to differentiate that constructors? Tell me that. Respond on online also. How to differentiate?
Sir, constructor. A constructor is called when the object of the class is created. It can be
here in one class, more than one constructors you have to construct in one class. So how can you differentiate? And different type of constructors you have to using. Okay, that is the what is that, what type of constructors you have to using in this class? Explicitly and implicitly and default. Okay, but that constructors, how can you differentiate? Parameterized and without parameterized. Did you understand? Online guys,
Yes, sir.
did you understood that one? Parameterized and non-parameterized constructors. Okay, how to assign that parameterized and non-parameterized constructors? Already yesterday with examples also we have to explain that, discussing and clear that one. Okay, did you understand? In that point of view, any question, all of you? Any question in point of view that constructors, implicity constructor and explicitly constructors and default constructors and parameterized constructors and without parameterized constructors? Any doubt? Online, any doubt? Hello?
No doubt, sir.
No doubt? Yes, very good. Baby Shivani?
Yes, sir.
No doubt in that constructors and explicitly constructors and implicitly constructors and parameterized constructors and without the parameterized constructors?
No, sir.
No, very good. Next,
sir, implicit.
Tahir. Any doubt? Tahir, you're not enabling that what is that, mic?
Sir, implicit constructor means default constructor. Sir, explicit constructor means.
What is that?
Implicit constructor means default constructor. Explicit constructor means what, sir?
Explicitly constructors, already I given that example also. Explicitly constructor in the sense without the default constructor in the sense that Java, it can be built that constructor. When you're creating that object, that object, you have to using of that class name and parenthesis. Without creating that constructor, how can you call that constructor? Because of whenever you installing that Java or whenever creating that class, on the time that Java defaultly that constructor, it can be created. That is the default constructor. Okay, explicit constructor in the sense that developer. Hello. That developer manually that creating the constructor, that is the explicit constructor. When you are manually creating the constructor, the Java, it cannot be creating constructor. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Understood that one?
Sir.
Yes. Any of you others?
No, sir, no doubt.
Very good. Right. Let's start begin that garbage collection. Actually, this garbage collection correction purpose, you have to given an explanation of that garbage collection. Here just I have to written that one moment. Here today class is the garbage collection. Yes. So this type of garbage collection, it can be only you have to using in that Java only. That is the main advantage of that Java. Okay, and other of C and C++ and different type of languages also it's available, but in that language it can be having a only if you want to clear the without the using of that what is that functionality and methods, and these are all things, so that manually you have to delete the contents. Okay, for example, if you want to clear that without the reference of that objects, and without the reference of variables, and without the reference of constructions, and these are all things, and this purpose you have to manually clear that. So that purpose you have to using the what is that methods and functionality purpose, just you have to use the free method and delete it. Free and delete, and this type of those are all functionals you have to use in that C and C++. Okay, so this type of constructions actually, so in this what is that Java, whenever you compiling that program, where it is utilizing that garbage collection in the sense in the Java, actually whenever you compiling that Java programming, so in the time only, so in that program what you have to actually using that constructors, and without the giving that reference, and without the assigning that variable values on these type of functionality, or these type of memory, and these type of commands also, you have to that Java it automatically deleted that memory. Okay, so that is the garbage collection. So different type of garbage collections it can be utilizing in that Java. Okay, different type of utilization is there. Actually here one moment. It is visible my screen, all of you?
No,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, okay, right. Yes. So here, unreferenced objects. So this type of unreferenced objects are in this Java actually by the using of nulls. Can you know that nulls? Can you
Sir,
know?
we are not getting the screen, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Screen.
What is that?
Screen
స్క్రీన్
display
వస్తలేదు సార్
గార్డెన్ చేసే
గార్బేజ్ కలెక్షన్ ఉంది సార్ ఇది నోట్ ప్యాడ్ ఉంది
Okay. నీకు కనిపిస్తుందా స్క్రీన్? పెయింట్ స్క్రీనా? ఏ స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుంది? ఓకే, గార్బేజ్ కలెక్షన్సా? ఓకే, వన్ మినిట్. Yes. So here, for example, first one, by nulling the reference. Okay, this is by nulling the reference here, and second one, by nulling the reference in the sense, how can you understood this nulling the reference? For example, here just you have to create the one object. Just you have to create the one object. So that is EdgeQ, for example. EdgeQ is the class name. Just you have to give that variable name and operator, and tell me that. Exactly. What is that new? Yes, new is the keyword, and again,
Keyword.
and again, exactly. EdgeQ and parenthesis. Okay, so just you have to create that object. Okay, so here how it can be creating that null, in the sense here just you have to give the variable name and equal to null. This is the null, in the sense if you cannot assigning any value for this variable, that is automatically it can be considered a null. Okay, and personally for example, in this variable purpose, you personally you cannot assigning that value, that null, don't type this null actually. So without the given any value, and with you have to personally you have to provide that null, then it can be considered a null value. Null value in the sense empty space only, it can be considered a empty space. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes, empty space in the sense, for example, here you have to create it that e variable. That e variable purpose, you cannot be assigning any value. Then how it can be given a output? It cannot be providing any output. So this is the one type of null. This is the null reference. And second one, okay. So here actually assigning a reference, assigning a reference to another. Ante, how can you understood this one? Assigning a reference to another.
References to another
Tell me that.
object key reference, giving the reference.
So yes, when you're creating that object, for example, here also have to create one object. Here also I have to create that one object, and here just I have to create one more object also. And here just you have to given variables, differentiate that variables e1 and e2. Okay, and here just you have to provide that e1 equal to e2. This is the reference variable. Is it right? Is it right? Any question?
No, sir.
Yes. So that e2 value, it can be stored into e1. Okay. So e1 and e2 in the sense, for example, if you want to use the any value for that e2 variable, so that e2 variable purpose, you cannot be providing any memory. Okay. Why? Because already you have to assigning that variable value for the e1. That value also it can be stored into e2.
E2.
Yes, in that way that e2 it cannot be assigning for any memory. So on that time also it can be utilizing that. What is that? That is the one type of reference variable. Okay, and here third one, anonymous. Yesterday already we already discussed that one. So again I have to repeat this one. Anonymous objects. How can you understand this anonymous objects? Yes. Sambandham ledu, in the sense I have to give the one example. For example, here new EdgeQ constructor. Okay, new EdgeQ constructor. So here how could it can be understand that one? how it can be understand that compiler, whenever you assigning this new execute and construct, what is it, parenthesis is there. So it cannot be understanding. So it is a constructor or it is a method. It is a method. No, it is not a method. New is the one keyword also is there, and like a method also it can be visible. But when you're using in front of that what is that execute and parenthesis, you have to using in front of that, you have to using that new keyword. In that way, that is not a method. That is not a method. And here also when you're seeing on that line, it is not a constructor also. Why? Because whenever you're using that constructor, in front of that you have to use only public, protect, and private.
Default.
And these are all modifiers only you have to use. Right? Is it right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. So in that way, it is not considering any that is not like a, constructor, that is not like a method also. In that way, this type of thing only, that is the anonymous objects. Anonymous objects. Yes. And just you have to write the one program for this constructions purpose. How it can be acting the Java. Okay. In this program, if you want to use the any null reference, then how it can be compiling that program. So what you get the output in the time of that null value. So and second one also, what is that? Assigning a reference to another. So in that time also, how it can be acting that like Java. So that one's also just you have to use the programming. Okay. And anonymous object, if you want to use that anonymous object in that programming, how it can be acting that Java. So these are all things, it's very important. On the Vivo time, on the interview time, they have to be asking. So how it can be acting that garbage value? What is the garbage value? What is the meaning of that garbage value? If you want to using that garbage value in the Java, how it can be face that benefits, how it can be benefits in that programming. Okay, so that garbage value personally you have to create that garbage value, or that Java it can be considered that garbage value. To whom to created that garbage value? That garbage value purpose, you have to given any functionality in that Java? No.
No, sir.
Personally, you cannot give any functionality for that garbage value. That Java automatically it can be acting or it can be clearing that without the reference of values and null values. On these are all things where it can be acting that type of garbage value, or in the type of collection of that garbage value, when it can be acting that garbage value. Compiling
Parameter.
time or run time, or when it can be acting that or it can be collecting that garbage values, that Java.
Compiling time.
Exactly, very good. Compiling time only. Whenever you're compiling the Java, then only that calculating the which method it cannot be given on reference, and null programs any is there in that particular program. So these are all things that compiler can be checked. Okay, then it can be collecting that garbage value. So what is the use of that garbage value? Yes, unknown memory, it can be free. So in that purpose, what is the benefit? Yes, exactly.
Because
Fastly executing purpose, that Java, James Gosling, they have to be created that type of thing. Okay, why? Because whenever you develop within the lines of code, only, and that how to decrease the that size of application, or how to decrease that size of programming. These are all things it's very important. Okay, whenever you develop the program that, or whenever you developing the application, so that application only the minimum memory it can be comfortable. Whenever it is minimum memory it can be comfortable, then only that application it's very success. Okay, and each and every person they have to be developed the Java programming, it's no problem. But the which one is the develop the program using the less memory, that is the technique, that is the experience. Yes, is it right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right, very good. So that is the thing actually. So here in that way, the Java compiling purpose, it can be collecting the garbage value. Okay, so that is the thing actually. So here just you have to explain that. One moment. Right. Here just I have to create one more file. Yes, it is visible my paint screen.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, outside.
So,
Yes. So here just you have to create the class, execute class. Okay, let's start the bracket, and here, right here, execute. What you call this one? What is this?
Para.
This is the class. Okay, this is the class, and second line just you have to create a
object.
object. This is the object creation. This is the object creation. What is this one? Constructor or method?
Method, sir.
Yes, exactly. Why you are not saying that? When you're seeing or when you're observing that word or that in that sentence, just you have to. And here one problem is there. What is that in this line?
We have just mentioned the
Huh?
method only, sir.
Lowercase? No, no need to follow that lower cases in that method. No, here just you have to give any extra space whenever you using the text content. Okay, after that using of that parenthesis, don't give any space. That is a very most important. Clear? Hello?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Here, just you have to create that. Yes. And here, just you have to create that SOP. SOP. And here, just you have to create that object is created. Object is created. So whenever you compiling this program, and here already is there, here just you have to create public. It's no problem, it can be taking that. So here whenever using this public, that name, file name also, you should be use this word, this name, class name only. Hello? Yes?
sir.
Whenever
Yes, sir.
you're using in front of that class, whenever you're using for that class, you have to use the modifier. What type of modifier? Public modifier. Okay?
Public.
So when you're saving this file, you should be follow the class name only. Without the using of that class name, it cannot be compiled. Yes, understood that one?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, right. So here just you have to create that. Here just you have to given, it is visible my screen. No, it is visible my window. Yes, right. So
Sir.
here I have to copy this edge q01. Okay, so I have to compile this one, cmd. Just I have to copy this one only. ఇది నల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కదా, నల్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్కి ఎక్లిప్స్ సపోర్ట్ చేయదు. నల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అంటే మనం కొన్ని గార్బేజ్ వాల్యూస్ సంబంధించినవి చేస్తున్నాం కదా, ఇందులో అయితే బాగా క్లియర్గా వస్తుంది. Okay, here I have to given one only. Okay, remove this public. Better.
Sir, class file create అయింది ఉంది సార్. We have to delete
What is that?
class file, right, sir? Class file create అయింది ఉంది సార్, అది delete చేయాలి కదా.
క్లాస్ ఫైల్ క్రియేట్ అయిందా? క్లాస్ ఫైల్ క్రియేట్ అవ్వాలి. One moment, it is created. ఇక్కడ క్లోజింగ్ పారెంథసిస్ ఇవ్వలేదు. చెప్పొచ్చు కదా, చెప్పట్లేదు, అబ్జర్వ్ చేయట్లేదు మీరు ప్రోగ్రామ్. చూడండి క్లాస్ ఫైల్ ఎక్కడైనా క్రియేట్ అయిందా?
లేదు సార్.
లేదు, ఒక నిమిషం ఉండండి. దీనికి మెయిన్ మెథడ్ కూడా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు మనం అవుట్పుట్ మాత్రమే ఇచ్చాము, కానీ మనం మెయిన్ మెథడ్ క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు. సో కాబట్టి మెయిన్ మెథడ్ని కూడా మనం క్రియేట్ చేసినట్లయితే అప్పుడు మనకి ఇది వస్తుంది. సో కాబట్టి మనం ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ మెథడ్ని క్రియేట్ చేద్దాం. అంటే పబ్లిక్ స్టార్ట్ అని చెప్పి మెయిన్ మెథడ్ని క్రియేట్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు సిస్టమ్ డాట్ ఒక 1 moment. నిమిషం. రైట్, ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఒకసారి. ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇక్కడ తయారు చేశాను, దాన్ని మీకు షేర్ చేస్తున్నాను చూడండి. ఇక్కడ నా డెస్క్టాప్ కనిపిస్తుందా మీకు?
Yes, sir.
ఇదిగో చూడండి, కనిపిస్తుంది అప్పుడు నా డెస్క్టాప్ డాస్ మోడ్ అండ్ డెస్క్టాప్ కూడా కనిపిస్తుంది కదా. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, నా డెస్క్టాప్ మీద మీకు క్లాస్ ఫైల్ జనరేట్ అయింది. కనిపిస్తున్నాయా? మీకు కనిపిస్తున్నాయా లేదా?
కనిపిస్తున్నాయి సార్.
ఎడ్జిక్యూ and ఎడ్జిక్యూ డెమో. Okay, so here I have to develop that program. Actually, it is visible my screen. It is visible my screen.
Yes, sir.
Respond అవ్వండియా కొంచెం, అబ్బాయిలు అమ్మాయిలు. నో అనట్లేదు, మొత్తానికి క్లాస్లో ఉంటున్నారు అంతే. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, చెప్తున్నాను. ఇక్కడ మనం చెప్పుకున్నటువంటి ప్రోగ్రామ్స్లో ఒకటి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్ అనేటువంటిది ఒకటి ఉంది. అవునా? ఇదేంటిది? ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్. ఓకేనా? సో ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్ అనేటువంటిది ఒకటి ఉంది. ఇక్కడ ఫైనలైజ్ మెథడ్ని రిమూవ్ చేద్దాం.